transport enthusiast here, and in this video I am going to be showing you the top 5 buses, the top 5 UK RHD buses that you can download and install now for OMSI2. Please bear in mind that I won't be showing videos but rather screenshots of these buses for time practicality reasons. So if you want to see more footage of these buses before you install, make sure to hit the cards above each individual bus and you can see some footage of the buses if you so wish. Without further ado, let's get to it. At number 5, we have the London City Bus Enviro C400R. This bus is probably one of the oldest OMSI2 UK buses that was made available for the game, and probably marks the start of the better quality UK buses, as it was the first rather high quality UK bus. This bus, as you can see here, is based off the Enviro C400R, and by default it includes I think about 3 or 4 variants, but of course you can add some more sound mods with badges of various sound packs, including the E42D or the Scania N230UD and so forth. This bus generally is fairly accurate when it comes to modelling, has some fairly accurate sounds, and generally drives like an Enviro C400R in the sense that these buses tend to be a bit quicker than other buses. However, a few downsides, and what leaves this bus at the bottom of our top 5 list is the fact that it is rather light. And of course, if you like fast driving, and if you like buses that are good for speed like myself, then this bus will certainly be something that is up your alley. However, if you're after realism and real-to-life driving, then the physics and behavior of this bus isn't exactly how you'd expect it to be in real life. Furthermore, some people have pointed out that apparently there are some inconsistencies in the scaling to the bus, and that there are some parts missing to the real-life counterpart. All in all, it's not a bad bus model, but there are a few, as expected with earlier models and earlier renditions of OMSI2 UK buses, there are a few issues. Nonetheless, it's still a great bus to download and probably has the widest range of sound mods available for any UK bus or RHD bus in OMSI2. On number 4, we have the Transbus ALX 400 London spec. This bus marks the start of a new era in OMSI2 UK buses and RHD bus making in general, as this marks the era of high quality textures, high quality modelling of buses, and marks the start and beginning of some fantastic range of UK buses made for OMSI2. This bus was made, I think, in 2017 by V3D Studios, who at this point most of you are aware of as one of the OMSI2's greatest bus makers. Nonetheless, this bus, as you can see, recreates the London spec version of the Transbus ALX 400, most of which now have been withdrawn in London, but still nonetheless recreates them very accurately. It has the roll-up blinds, the 2 doors, and is indeed limited to 65 km an hour or 74 km an hour, depending on which version you use. Again, like with the Enviro C400R, this too comes with badges. This too has a separate sound mod by Badger that you can install, which adds 7 different sound packs, including the B70L ZF, Roy, and some Scania variants with and without cooling fans. Overall, this is an amazing bus to drive. However, one of the things that probably has made it become less popular and one of the less drive buses in OMSI2 is the fact that it is limited to 65 km an hour. Furthermore, the blinds are a bit of a nuisance, and it is dual door spec, kind of confining it to the London. Generally, region variants are more popular on UK maps. Nonetheless, it is a superb bus and does the job as it should. At number 3, we have the Enviro 200 MMC. There's some rhyme for you. As you can see here, we have 3 Enviro 200 MMCs. This bus is available on Fellowsims, as with all buses mentioned on this video, or the download links you can find in the description below. So, this bus comes with 2 variants, an 11.5 meter longer version and an 8.9 meter shorter version, both of which are single door. There is no dual door version or London spec version available. This bus was made in a period of about 6 months, and as you can see, generally it is fairly accurate, modelling wise. Sound wise, it's good. However, as V3D himself said, sounds were a bit rushed, therefore the sounds are not as good as some of the other buses by V3D. Nonetheless, this is a great bus to drive. However, it is a bit slow, but you know, that's kind of how it is in real life. It's not a bad bus overall, but again, the sounds are slightly not as good as perhaps other buses, but then again, it's still superb. At number 2, we have the Transbus ALX 400 regional spec. This bus is pretty much identical to the London spec, except that it has an LED, or in this case a flip-top display, and it is single door. Furthermore, it has no speed limiter and has a top speed of 100 km an hour, allowing for some perfect trash on the roads of Yorkshire 2.0, buses of the West Country, Smorton, etc. This bus is again a bit less played than it was before, but that's perhaps because the B70L is now the preferred version. Nonetheless, this bus, when it comes to modeling sound-wise and again engine sounds, it's again no complaints there. As you can see, it is a fairly well recreated bus for OMSI2 and does justice to the real-life Transbus ALX 400 regionals too. Again, if you want to see some actual footage of these buses just to see how they perform, you can always click the cards just above or check the video description for links to the videos. And finally, in first place, what is the best UK or RHD bus for OMSI2? The Volvo B7 TL ALX 400, probably one of the most played and admired buses or liked buses by the OMSI2 community, or specifically the OMSI2 UK community. This bus, as its predecessors and as always with the VHD modelers, has excellent sounds, excellent modelling, cab, exterior is all very realistic. However, what sets this bus apart is the fact that there is an all new depth of realism to the sounds, including cooling fans that kick in after periods of driving, characteristic whining that is part of the B70L ALX 400 Void versions, which this bus is based off, with both 215 horsepower and 250 horsepower variants. Furthermore, and finally, this bus also has retarded sounds all in all, meaning that this sound mods and scripting of this bus is to a whole new level of buses in OMSI2 UK. Do you agree with this list? Let me know down in the comment section down below. If you want to get links to more UK mods, and if you want to see more videos of the best maps and best OMSI2 mods and etc., make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss out on the next video. Do join the Discord more for more useful OMSI2 links, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Any questions or queries, comment down below. That's it for now. Until next time.